Welcome back to your Football Manager channel. This is fmpepe. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hey there, welcome back. I'm fmpepe. And today we're doing team review. And it's going to be Arsenal today. And the first thing to look at is the club's vision and expectations meeting. So what they want is to play attacking football, play entertaining football, and sign players under the age of 18 for the future. So it looks as though they're not going to be working within a great budget because they're asking you to work within it, and that might be the reason for finding under 18s. So you're going to have to find some wonder kids. Despite that, they still want you to qualify for the European Cup and reach the semi-final of the FA Cup and reach the final of Euro Cup as a minimum. So I think their expectations here are a bit out of whack. The Carabao Cup's not important to them, so it looks like you could blood some players in there. And yeah, for the future, just keep qualifying for the Champions Cup and work towards being recognised as best of the rest. So it looks as though they're not prepared to challenge for the Premier League title for like 4 or 5 years, which is disappointing. That's kind of how it goes. You see the transfer window in progress already. Nicolas Pepe's joined Arsenal, which is probably why your budget's going to be terrible. Harry Maguire has joined United and Eden Hazard's joined Real Madrid. So we go to the club's finances, and they've given you a transfer budget of just £6 million. Don't know what you're going to be able to do with that, but there's £350,000 a week in the wage bill that you could use. And let's see, just in the interest, increased transfer budget. We only updated the budgets, so denied. There you go. They're not going to give you any more money. So as you can see here, though, you do have a big squad to cull. Dejan Iliev is 24, and I've never seen him in an Arsenal shirt. So he's 6'5". He's an easy player just to recall and get rid of, I think. You have Pablo Marie and Cedric on loan, as well as Dani Ceballos. Mkhitaryan, El Neni are both out on loan, as well as Iliev. And let's see, when it comes to under 23 players, you might want to be looking at bringing Bukayo Saka into the senior squad, along with Joe Willock, Emile Smith-Rowe, Eddie Nketiah. I think Mavropanos as well. They may help you. Saliba. And maybe push a couple of younger players as well. Ben Sheaf is useful, but he's out on loan. In the under 18s, I wouldn't say you have anyone there really. No, they're for the future really. So if you go to your senior squad and you can have a look at the positions here, you can try and terminate some of these loans. Some of them you're not going to be able to recall. Some of them you will. But the easiest way of doing this is just to go to unavailable. There you go. That shortens your squad up quite a lot. So you have a lot of players who will come back from loan, but you don't have the largest squad in the world, let's put it that way. And I think it's going to be a struggle with Arsenal. You're going to need to be really, really good to get a tune out of them. Mesut Ozil's still here. He's a good player, but hard to get a tune out of him. If you look at the team lineup. Okay, guys, so if it's me, what I would do is I would have a starting 11, a Leno in goal, Bellerin, Mustafi, Socrates and Kolasinac across the back. I would have Torreira and Guendouzi in midfield, Pepe and Saka out wide on the wings, and Lacazette and Aubameyang up front together. And I would honestly have Martinez, Chambers and Tierney to cover the right back, left back and centre half slots. David Luiz to cover that defensive midfield role, as well as Mesut Ozil to cover the attacking midfield. And I would have Nelson to cover the wings and Nketiah as a striker option. And what you could do if things are going bad when you're playing narrow, when you're playing wide, is basically move David Luiz and Mesut Ozil into the team to play more narrow. And you see Mesut Ozil links up well there. And that would be a little tactical change you could probably make during the game. But you see David Luiz here and Mesut Ozil, they're enigmas. David Luiz is not really a midfielder yet, he's not really a centre half. Mesut Ozil's not a midfielder yet, he's not a striker. So he's kind of that luxury playmaker. And David Luiz is a liability. So you can swap the formation around. And I'd be looking at playing a 4-4-2 diamond, or I'd be looking at playing a 4-4-2 with wingers, with Pepe and Saka out on the wing. Martinelli doesn't quite look ready for it yet. He will develop, he will get better, but I fancy Saka over him. Dani Ceballos is a good option, but not a great tackler. Granit Xhaka has lost a lot in physicals when it comes to acceleration, but he's an option for midfield. Joe Willock's still improving. He's got some gains to make. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is a good cover option for your central midfielder, but he can also cover at right back or left back as an emergency. Cedric, on loan from Southampton, can cover your right back slot for Bellerin. Pablo Mari, also on loan from Flamengo, can cover you at centre half rather than having to use David Luiz. Rob Holding's also there. And when it comes to the keepers, you have Emiliano Martinez as a good substitute keeper, but then Matt Macy, who is a big strong lad but needs a bit of, he's definitely a third choice, needs a bit of improvement. I still fancy, and it's a bit controversial, Sead Kolasinac over Kieran Tierney, because the physicals of Kolasinac and his mentals are better than Kieran Tierney. But Kieran Tierney tends to have better technical attributes. So, I mean, you could theoretically just swap them around, put Kolasinac on the bench and have Tierney as the attacking fullback. And that could be an option for you. So you'd have two very good attacking wide players in Bellerin and Tierney if you played this narrow 4-4-2 diamond formation. But I definitely would consider removing Luiz from the team and having Pepe on the right, and at a push, Aubameyang on the left with Lacazette up front would be another option. But yeah, you're going to have to play about with it a little bit, because this Arsenal team, it's short on players, and if I was to buy a player for Arsenal, it'd probably be a really good central midfielder like Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, or a really good defensive midfield player. I think you could probably get rid of a few players to raise the funds for that. There's a few options in Nelson and Saka, who can play on the right instead of Pepe. You've got Saka and Martinelli, who can play on the left as well. But this central midfield area here, definitely a weak spot. So like I say, that's... Let's see, put Pepe up there. That's something else you could do, 4-2-1-3. So that's definitely a front three I'd be a little bit scared to defend against. So yeah, enjoy, have a play around with it. Hope you've had a good look at Arsenal. That's all this video is about, just having a little look at Arsenal and seeing the team you can put together. Hopefully it helps you, gives you an insight into picking which team you're going to play with. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care. Thanks very much.